It's your girl, Jay. And I want to dig into this fire trine in the sky right now between Mars and Leo, the South Node in Sagittarius, and Chiron in Aries. Chiron is going to retrograde at closer towards the end of this month. So shit's about to get interesting. And this fire trine is taking place for so many different reasons. It's going to, one of the major things that I'm getting is that this fire is meant to burn bridges. And that's not like the average way to interpret that. But there are some bridges that are meant to be burned. There are some connections to your past, especially with this new moon in Cancer. There are some connections to the past. That full moon in Capricorn got some big obstacles out of the way or brought some truth to reality, to light. And there is this certain not being able to go back. This certain ending of a paradigm. And this fire is really going to light the proverbial fire up under that ass and get you out of this cycle, getting you out of this mindset. And so I want to dive into light it if you got it. Hydrate. Hold, please. So, I want to dive into what this new paradigm is going to look like and what messages we need to survive the burning of these bridges. You know what they are. Eight of Pentacles reversed. You're focused on something that you don't need to be focused on. You're putting a lot of energy into something that you don't need to be putting a lot of energy into. This could be hyperfixation, obsession. You may need to really get grounded, to really tap into some sort of grounding ritual or meditation. It's funny that after that we're talking about the fire trine, and there's all this earth. It's interesting. I feel like whatever burns down it leaves fresh soil, fertile soil. You're able to rebuild. And once you realize that you have been putting energy or work into the wrong thing, for some of you, this is the wrong career. Some of this is the wrong job. For some of you, this is someone with heavy Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements. For some of you, it's been like you've been putting in a lot of energy into a negative mind state and hyperfixating on or hyperfocusing on how shitty your situation is when you could easily just turn the tables for yourself and shift your mindset. For some of you, once you realize that you're focusing or putting your energy or effort into the wrong thing or mismanaging your money, there may be somebody who's just using you for your physical items or your supplies or something of that nature. Once you have that realization, there's a shift in your generosity. The mother it's new moon in Cancer is coming up on the 9th, and the mother giveth and she taketh away. I brought you in this world, I'll take you the fuck out. That kind of thing. The tables, the script can flip real quick. This fire trine is going to be in effect until July 30th, when Mars breaks the trine and goes into Virgo. And it looks like shit gets real fast. For some of you, there may be an investor coming in. But what it looks like is, in the ways that you have been accepting breadcrumbs of what you want. Look the way he's just like tossing out these breadcrumbs. And he's just like, oh, thank you. Thank you for giving me so much less than what I deserve. And look at you just there accepting it. Just being like, okay, this is my lot in life. I guess this is what it is. And it's like, no. The scales recalibrate, and then all of a sudden, you have an opportunity to be in the position to give. And because you have been in this position, you are moving to this position and being entrusted with something that's really fair and balanced, and puts you, and you're entrusted with this because you have been there and can empathize. And so you get to a point where we stop being upset about our woes or upset about our lot in life, and we just really try to learn the lesson. We really try to humble ourselves. Once you get burned by a fire, you respect it. You treat shit differently. And you enter into a new paradigm. You enter into a new cycle, a new chapter. What are the other messages for this fire trine? Until July. The Ace of Pentacles. So 3 Earth cards. Ace of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, and the Knight of Cups all came out together. And what's interesting is, okay, how this feels to me is like, once this new beginning comes in, especially this feels like something that's coming in with the new dark moon in Cancer on the 9th. What it brings in is the ways that you've been betraying yourself, betraying your better knowing, betraying this new beginning. Some of you may be feeling like, what, some of you are moving past a betrayal with an earth sign. Some of you, or you yourself may have heavy earth placements and feel like you're able to see your self-sabotage in a different way, or someone communicates that they see your self-sabotage. There could be some sort of leaving. Some of you are leaving behind the hurt that someone with heavy Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra placements caused you. Moving forward, moving towards someone more romantic, someone more watery, someone more creative, more flowy, more open, more transparent with their emotions. Someone maybe more fun, more spontaneous. Please clarify. Actually, let's go ahead. We're getting into it. Please clarify the Eight of Pentacles. What do we need to stop focusing on? King of Swords reverse. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's like something that finally feels like a dead end, or there's some relationship where you had no boundaries, or you couldn't articulate your boundaries, or you've been focusing on someone that's been harsh or cold or mean or standoffish, or someone that hasn't let you in, someone that you can't get past a certain point with. And so it's like, okay, I'm going to stop. Yes, okay, the blindfold comes off. And all of a sudden, the blindfold comes off, and it's just like, oh, actually, I got all these good qualities, and there's all these people that actually want to, like, be around me, that actually want to spend time with me. For some of you, this is in your living situation, and it's like, oh, once I actually put my foot down, or once I actually ask for what I want, I can operate in my space so much differently. And I can prioritize myself in a different way. What's going on with this? Please clarify the Six of Pentacles. Because there is some sort of turning of the tables. Maybe somebody with heavy Libra placements involved as well. If you yourself have Libra placements, karma is presenting itself. Karma is coming. And if that's a good or bad thing, that's up to you. Please clarify the Six of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Yeah, some of you have been working towards something that you're really impassioned about, and something that you've been talking about. Maybe some of you are in the talking phase of a connection, but there's some sort of collaboration that brings in a collaboration that's solid, that's sound, that makes sense, that feels good, that feels divine, that's comfortable, that's replenishing, not draining. Some of you, interesting, like you turn it around by going to therapy. You turn it around by going to work. You turn it around as soon as you cut this thing off, or this person off, or this job off. All of a sudden, you encounter the right people to collaborate with. All of a sudden, you can ask for help, and it comes. Some of you, there's some sort of investment happening in your business, or a mentor, or an intern, or an assistant. There's help. Someone that pours into you because the divine says it's your time. Please clear, and the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups touching. Please clarify the Ace of Pentacles. Please show us, how does the Ace of Pentacles manifest? How does the Ace of Pentacles materialize? Please clarify the Ace of Pentacles. I just keep hearing from the right and from the left, from the back and the front. How does it materialize? Woo! Does that answer your question? It materializes in the physical. This looks like security, luxury, pampering, taking care of yourself. There also could be a relationship coming in with somebody that really has their shit together, someone that's financially responsible. This also could be an influx of good health. If you have been feeling, down or under the weather, things are just really going to start feeling better. A turnaround in your healing. Three of Cups, and there's definitely some of you, there's like open relationship, like successful open relationships, successful polyamory. I also feel like some of you, this is you persevering after a third-party relationship, a non-consensual third-party relationship. or cheating or infidelity, something of that nature. But some of you, it's just like, this could also be a corporation, not a corporation, but like a gathering of friends or a small business. What basically is happening is the goodness that comes in, it's noticeable and it's worthy of celebrating, and you finally getting out of a place of being unstuck. There also could be some sort of new beginning with a Pisces. I feel like a humbling. There could also be like especially if you have heavy earth placements, there may be a Pisces that you're stuck on or that feels draining to you, or has some sort of shame or embarrassment. Be careful. But I also feel like what's coming is a lesson from all this uncomfortability. Please clarify the Seven of Swords. And some of you get the opportunity to make something beautiful out of a betrayal. Yeah, Page of Wands, the Fool, King of Pentacles, the Tower. Wow. And it's like, yeah, you go your own way. I'll go my own way. And that kind of be like the energy maybe that is going on. Or that happened. This feels like something that's already happened. It feels like you're getting over something really chaotic that took place. But it was chaotic and the ship blew up because it was built on something that wasn't real anyway. So let it go. And once you let it go, let go of that baggage. You're traveling lighter emotionally. You start to be able to take a look at, like, your finances get better. Look at this. 8 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. It's a roller coaster, but you figure it the fuck out, eh? It's more like this. This is how I really want you to see it. It's like, ooh. And we're like, that kind of thing. It's like you get hindsight into, like, it starts to make sense why things didn't work out. It starts to make sense why, like, the lessons that you needed to learn. The Tower is Aries, it is Mars, it is Scorpio. And the result of that Tower has been some solitude or some isolation. And in this isolation, you've been able to do this. You've been able to fill your own cup. You've been able to enter into a new emotional and spiritual cycle that is way more fulfilling. On the other side of this, there's this. This is all the damn rain that created this rainbow. And because you're in this new emotional and spiritual cycle, I don't know what's going on with Mercury right now. Sorry. It goes out in shadow today, actually. So that's why it feels funky. It's activated. My Mars is not happy in Pisces natally, and so I feel all the I feel all the mice. I feel all the Mercury transits, because that's just how it manifests for me. When Mercury moves, I can tell, or it's in a bad place, I can tell because of how I talk and how messages flow in. Speaking of messages flowing in, because you've dealt, we're gonna get this work, y'all. Because all this rain, you get this rainbow. And because you're emotionally more secure and it's not this chaos, this thunderstorm, you're able to think a lot clearer and hear from the divine and let messages in from the divine. And once you're able to do that, you get the game plan. And once you get the game plan, you can start effectively communicating with yourself and those around you way more consistently and efficiently. And whenever you do that, you get to the point where you start to materialize the things that you're asking for in your physical reality. And this looks like abundance. Cancer season. Venus in Leo, it's called that placement is the golden Venus. She attracts a lot. Venus, because this is the Taurus card and Venus rules Taurus. And once you're in that mode, you start to operate differently. You attract a lot. Venus attracts. And so there is this drawing in. But also, keep in mind with this, if you get an Empress mode, you need to figure out if you're okay entertaining knights rather than emperors. Do you want to hold out for your emperor or your empress? However, if you need that. Do you want to hold out for the right kind of pairing? Or are you okay with, entertaining a little here and there, little flirtations? And that's for you to decide. Nothing wrong with either option. Nothing wrong with it. But once you get here, you will be drawing in a lot, attracting in a lot. But you had to go through all the chaos, and this fire trine had to happen, and light this fucking fire up under that ass. Mars entering fucking Virgo. I can't make this shit up, y'all. I can't make it up. Mars entering Virgo. What did I say? You got to go through this to get all this. Okay? And once all that comes, there's going to be a lot of these. A lot of prospects, a lot of creative ideas, quests of love, people that want to court you, people that want to date you, people that want to collaborate with you or work with you or whatever it is. And so you're going to have to make sure that you get really confident here, not cocky here. Don't get arrogant. Let your Empress mode be you really confident in your intuition. Confident in your connection to the divine, confident in your connection to intuition, you being able to discern what is right and wrong for yourself. It's not, oh, I got a bunch of money and I can pamper myself and everybody wants me. The Empress is a boss. She has a lot of responsibility, or they have a lot of responsibility. And with that responsibility comes you having to cut out some of the bullshit. Some of you are going to want to entertain this oh, it feels good, it's whatever, it's light or whatever. But just so you can play with it. You can play with your food as long as you can play with your food for a little while. I'm going to lose my shit. Just know it's not permanent. And the things, and when you finally get motivated to cut some shit off, because especially whatever this is, I love what I do. In the Seven of Swords, you'll notice that he's holding 5 swords, leaving back 2 of swords. Two of Swords is about vacillation. It's about defensiveness. It's about going back and forth. It's about willful blindness. So once you finally, 5 of Swords, take your 5 in swords and duck and go, there's a breakthrough that happens. But this 5 of Swords that he's holding, it speaks to this 5 of Swords. And in this 5 of Swords, there are people leaving, people that need to be cut off so that you can tend to the 3 of Swords that you're holding on to. Y'all know the 3 of Swords, that quintessential heartbreak card. And the 3 of Swords is loss, disappointment. It's so funny. I've been in such a teaching mood, and so many people have been asking me to teach. And it's just naturally kind of happening in my readings. So that's something I'm gonna have to consider. But in the 3 of Swords, in the 5 of Swords, he's holding 3 swords, which harkens to this. So these people leaving may hurt, may disappoint you, but it gives you the opportunity to hold your heart, to look at your heart, to evaluate what is still aching. One more card. 9 of Cups. And so making sure that whoever if you're hooking up with people, or if you're just connecting with people that you know you don't want to really like commit to, or you just want to have fun with, cool. Don't fucking lead people on though. So like keep it real, keep it 100, making sure that you're not hurting anybody. I knew that was going to come out. God. It was on the bottom. Knight of Pentacles, 2 of Wands. Knight of Pentacles was on the bottom of the deck, and I almost grabbed it. And it was just like, you've got to let these people walk away. You've got to clutch your heart, tend to uprooting these swords out of your heart so that you can mount your shadow, mount your darkness. And you doing that puts you in a position where you're moving towards making better life decisions. Making decisions from an understanding that you have all that you need, that you've completed enough to be able to take the road less traveled and do something new and do something different. Final advice. Take a deep breath. Seven of Pentacles. 6, 7, 8. 7 of Pentacles, I won't teach. Anyway, 7 of Pentacles, final advice is to take the anxiously out of your awaiting. Tend to your anxiety. Stop denying your spirit, especially because of religion or dogma or fear or of judgment. Let that version of you go. Some of you are having like nightmares, night terrors, like your clairaudience, clairsentience, clairvoyance is coming up. Some of you are seeing things in the physical and it may be freaking you out. Don't get fearful, get educated so that you can move into this new cycle where fear and hurt, so that you can invest in this new cycle where you're not perpetuating fear and pain, and you get to move in to a mindful, peaceful mentality out of a turbulent water into calmer waters. And the calmer waters look like you. God damn, I'm good. Look like you. Confident, not cocky. The calmer waters look like a chance for you to, 3 of Swords, acknowledge the pain. 4 of Swords, properly respond to it so that you can heal. That's another thing that's coming up too. Everything in tarot is chronological order. So it's step by step by step. This is the Three of Swords. So when this happens, this is the proper response. Not going out and getting fucked up and drinking or getting under somebody new. It's the proper response. The next step, 3, 4. Get quiet. Get reverent. 4s are stability. This is creation. So pain was created. Angst, anxiety, disappointment was created. And the next step to that creation is to establish a new mental mindset. Establish a new perspective in the realm of your mind. Heal this. Get prayerful, meditative. Sleep more. Rest your body. Invest in your space. Invest in your home. Purging whatever contributed to this or reminds you of this. That stained glass, it's like in church, creating a sanctuary for yourself. Sanctuary. That's what's coming. You providing sanctuary for yourself so that your dreams can materialize in the real world. I love you.